Hello and welcome. This guide is brought to you by the team at ProTax Accountant. Now, if you're a freelancer or a company director trying to get a UK visa, you absolutely need to know about one single document that can literally make or break your entire application. We're talking about the Accountant's Certificate of Confirmation. And today, we're going to show you exactly how to get it right.
So if you're self-employed, maybe you're a contractor, or you run your own limited company, you probably already know the visa process just wasn't really built with you in mind, right? It feels like it's designed for people who get those nice, simple monthly pay slips. The financial hurdles can seem, well, pretty overwhelming, but I promise there is a clear path forward.
And boom, here's the first big one, £29,000. This is the magic number, the minimum annual income the government says you need to earn for a spouse visa. It's all about proving you can support your partner without asking for public funds. But, and this is a big but, for a business owner, proving you hit this number is so much more complicated than just handing over a P60.
Okay, let's really get into this. Why is this financial requirement so incredibly strict? I mean, what is the Home Office actually looking for when they start digging into the finances of someone who's self-employed or running their own company?
You know, it really all boils down to one simple word: trust. For the Home Office, this is all about managing risk. They need to be 100% certain that you can support yourself and your family. A steady salary from a big, well-known company, that's easy for them to understand. But your brilliant, dynamic, and maybe slightly unpredictable business, well, that's a bit more complex, and it needs a very special kind of proof.
So the big question is, how do you build that trust? How do you give the Home Office the rock-solid assurance they need? Well, the answer is a single, incredibly powerful document that basically acts as your master key to financial credibility. And this is it. Think of this certificate as the ultimate professional seal of approval on your entire financial life. It's a qualified, certified UK accountant and expert telling the Home Office, hey, I've looked at this person's books. Their accounts are solid, their taxes are all paid up, and everything they're telling you is legitimate. It completely transforms your application from just a pile of papers into a professionally verified financial story.
And this table here makes it crystal clear. If you're on the left side of this chart, self-employed, a director of a small company, then yeah, this certificate is pretty much essential for you. But if you're on the right side, with a standard salary from an employer, you probably don't need to worry about it. The dividing line really is just how complex your finances are.
All right, so how do you actually get your hands on this crucial document? Look, this isn't about trying to find some clever loophole. It's about following a clear, professional process that leads you straight to the document you need. Just follow these 4 steps and you've got a roadmap to success. But let me tell you, the most critical part, the one you cannot get wrong, is step 1, hiring the right professional. And I mean, not just any accountant will do. They absolutely must be a member of a recognized UK professional body. We're talking ACA, ICAEW, or something similar. This is a non-negotiable rule straight from the Home Office.
And here's a pro tip that could literally save you thousands of pounds. Before you hire anyone, just take 60 seconds. Go to the website of the accounting body, like acaglobal.com for ACCA members, and check their name. Make sure they're legit. And ask them if they've done this before. An accountant with visa experience knows exactly what the Home Office needs to see. A letter from some non-registered bookkeeper? It's going to be rejected, 100% guaranteed. Okay, let's talk about the cost. What's this going to set you back? Well, for a pretty straightforward case, where your books are in good shape, you should expect to pay somewhere in this ballpark. Of course, if your situation is more complex, maybe you have lots of different income streams, it could cost more. But this gives you a really solid figure to budget for.
Now, getting the certificate is one half of the battle. Avoiding the common traps that people fall into is just as important. Seriously, one simple mistake can cost you thousands of pounds and months of delay. So let's look at how to get this right the first time.
Let me tell you about Idris. This is a real story about what's at stake. He's a graphic designer up in Manchester. His visa application was flat out rejected. It cost him over £1,500 in new fees, not to mention 3 months of agonizing delay and stress. And you know what? It all came down to one simple, totally avoidable error.
So where did it all go wrong for Idris? Well, his first mistake was the big one. He used a bookkeeper who wasn't registered with a recognized body like ACCA. But his story also shines a light on some other really crucial points. You have to understand, the Home Office will cross-reference everything. The numbers on your SA-302 tax form have to perfectly match the money that's actually coming into your bank accounts. Every single penny has to be accounted for. So you might be looking at this and thinking, what do tax rates have to do with my visa? Well, your accountant uses these official figures to prove that you've paid the right amount of tax on the income you've declared. For the Home Office, this isn't just about the numbers. It's solid proof that you're a compliant, financially responsible person, and that's absolutely essential for building that trust we were talking about.
And here's a quick one for you. Did you know that this simple mismatch, the income you put on your tax return not lining up with the money in your bank, is one of the top reasons that self-employed applicants face delays and even rejections? A quick check by a professional accountant before you hit submit can completely eliminate this risk.
All right, let's pull all of this together. We've gone through the hurdles, we've looked at the process. So now, here is your final checklist for a successful and hopefully stress-free application.
Think of this as your final pre-flight check. Have you used a registered accountant? Check. Are all of your documents telling the exact same story? Check. If you have income from a job and your own business, are they clearly separated out? Even small things, like having an official payment plan with HMRC for tax you owe, need to be properly documented. Getting these things right gives the Home Office a crystal clear, totally trustworthy picture of your finances.
Now that's a fantastic question. What if your finances are, well, a bit messy? A lot of successful business owners have complex situations. You might have a salary from your own company, plus dividend payments, maybe some rental income on the side. But look, complexity does not mean impossibility. It just means you need to be extra clear. Just like in the case of Karis.
Karis's story is the perfect example of this. She's a florist with her own successful business, but she also works part-time as a lecturer. So her income was coming from different places. Her success came down to her accountant, who produced a certificate that didn't just lump it all together. It clearly broke down each income stream and confirmed her VAT situation was all sorted. Her story just proves it. Clarity is king.
So, please remember this. Your financial story as a business owner is totally valid. And this certificate? It isn't just a piece of paper. It's the professional translation of your hard work. It's the bridge that connects your business to a successful visa application. So if you want to make absolutely sure your application is perfect right from the very start, the smartest move is to get professional guidance. The team here at Pro Tax Accountant specializes in exactly this kind of work. They're fully licensed, they have years of experience with visa cases, and they'll make sure you're in very safe hands. You can reach out to them directly to get your questions answered and start the whole process with confidence. All the details are right there on the screen for you. A quick call or an email can honestly be all it takes to get the peace of mind you need to move forward. And for more straightforward guides just like this one on UK tax and accounting, please make sure you subscribe to the Pro Tax Accounting YouTube channel. We really hope this has helped clear the path for your visa journey. Thanks so much for watching.